Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiance, Jasmine Pineda asks justice for Nikki, demands to cancel Gino. Jasmine Pineda has never been the type to stay quiet when something feels wrong, unfair, or downright explosive. From the moment she entered the 90 Day Fiancé universe, she became one of its most unforgettable firestorms, a woman who speaks her truth at maximum volume, with maximum passion, and with absolutely no hesitation. But this week, Jasmine took her outspokenness to a level even her biggest supporters didn't expect. She wasn't just venting. She wasn't just calling out double standards. She was demanding justice, and she had a name, a target, and a message sharp enough to slice the internet in two. According to insiders and leaked social media activity, Jasmine is now asking TLC for something drastic: cancel Gino Palazzolo's role on the franchise entirely. And she's invoking the name of another franchise star, Nikki Exotica, as the catalyst behind her fiery campaign. This is no ordinary breakup rant. This isn't petty shade. This is Jasmine launching a full-blown crusade. And like all things Jasmine, it's loud, it's dramatic, and it's leaving fans debating whose side they're on. The spark that set off Jasmine's crusade. The drama began when viewers resurfaced footage from the tell-all featuring Nikki Exotica's tense conflict with Justin. Fans noticed a wave of online backlash toward Nikki in the aftermath, with some critics targeting her identity, her personality, and even her right to be on the show. Jasmine, who has never shied away from defending other cast members, especially those she sees as vulnerable, stepped in with force. She took to social media, blasting what she called unjust treatment, selective tolerance, and double standards in the fandom. But then she went further, connecting the situation to her own experience with Gino. According to Jasmine, if Nikki is being dragged through the mud for asserting herself or demanding respect, then Gino should be held just as accountable, if not more, for his behavior throughout their relationship. And in true Jasmine fashion, she didn't ease into her opinion, she detonated it. Where's the justice, she wrote in one fiery post. Where is the same energy for the men on this show who hide behind their hats and lies? If Nikki is attacked, then Gino must be held accountable too. TLC needs to take action. Then she said the words that sent shockwaves through the fandom: TLC should cancel Gino. Enough is enough. Jasmine's claims against Gino. Jasmine listed several issues she believes should be taken seriously by fans and producers. While she has aired many grievances against Gino already over the years, she framed these new ones as part of a larger pattern of the network enabling problematic behavior from certain male cast members while allowing women, especially outspoken, glamorous, dramatic women like herself and Nikki, to be labeled as villains. She brought up moments where she felt Gino emotionally manipulated her, hid information, or played innocent in situations where she believes he contributed to the chaos. She pointed back to past seasons where viewers often downplayed or laughed off Gino's behavior, chalking it up to awkwardness rather than intentionality. Just because he acts clueless doesn't mean he is, she insisted in a later rant. He knows what he does. And he gets away with it because he plays the harmless card. Jasmine also suggested that she was tired of being portrayed as the hysterical one while Gino was framed as a long-suffering partner. She argued that Nikki, too, was cast in a similar light: loud, dramatic, assertive, while her male counterpart walked away with a more sympathetic edit. If women speak up, we're crazy, she said. If men hide in their silence, they're victims no more. Fans react: Team Jasmine or Team Gino? Naturally, the online world split immediately. Team Jasmine fans applauded her for defending Nikki and for speaking honestly about the show's gender biases. They claimed she was finally calling out what many viewers had seen for years: the franchise often turns fiery women into caricatures while allowing inconsistent, evasive men to be labeled harmless. Supporters argued that Jasmine, despite her dramatic delivery, was raising valid concerns about accountability, representation, and how audiences interpret conflict on reality TV. But Team Gino fans fired back just as quickly. They accused Jasmine of rewriting history, shifting blame, and using Nikki's situation to push her personal vendetta. Some argued that Jasmine's behavior toward Gino was far more aggressive, heated, or extreme than anything Gino ever did to her. They suggested her demands for TLC to cancel him were an attempt to regain control of the narrative after their disastrous relationship imploded. Still, the conversation continued to grow louder, messy, and more emotionally charged by the hour. Where does TLC stand as of now? TLC has made no official comment. The network rarely responds publicly to cast demands or intercast feuds, especially ones that erupt online rather than during production. But insiders speculate that executives may feel pressured to address the rising tension, if only to protect the franchise's image. After all, the show thrives on conflict but not when the cast begins calling for each other's removal. Jasmine, of course, seems unfazed by the silence. If anything, it fuels her further. She has continued posting, continued uplifting Nikki, and continued insisting that fairness must apply across the board, not only to the quiet or soft-spoken cast members. She says she's not trying to tear anyone down, she's trying to build a culture of accountability. And in her eyes, that means Gino's time on the franchise should come to an end. Jasmine and Nikki, an unlikely alliance. One of the most unexpected outcomes of Jasmine's crusade is the budding connection between her and Nikki Exotica. Though they never shared a season, their personalities collided in the online world, forming a kind of sisterhood of misunderstood, larger-than-life figures in the 90 Day Fiance universe. Fans find the pairing fascinating. Two bold, unapologetic women who refuse to shrink themselves for anyone suddenly united against what they view as a systemic imbalance. Nikki has not publicly commented on Jasmine's demands for TLC to cancel Gino, but she has acknowledged the support. And Jasmine has made it clear she's fighting not just for herself, not just for Nikki, but for every woman labeled too much whenever she demands respect. What happens next? Will TLC respond? Will Gino clap back? Will Jasmine escalate her campaign even further? And will this become yet another storyline woven into a future season or tell all? One thing is certain, Jasmine Pineda has once again set the franchise's entire fanbase on fire. And no matter which side viewers fall on, everyone is watching. Because when Jasmine goes to war, she never goes quietly.